lesson, let's talk about how we can make our own tabs along the ribbon, and then of course place whatever buttons we would like on them. And this is the idea being that we can organize these commands that we kind of have to stumble around the ribbon to find. And this is going to apply to any of the Office programs that use this ribbon interface. So here's how you do it. We're going to click File. We're going to go down to Options. Once you've clicked Options, it's going to pop up Options. You're going to have a Customize Ribbon option. Now, over on the left-hand side here are items you can add to a ribbon, or a tab, sorry. And over on the right-hand side are all of the tabs that you have along the ribbon. So, if I wanted to make my own, what we do, down along the bottom here, is you would hit the button called New Tab. When you do that, it actually creates a new tab, brackets custom, and a new group, custom, because buttons can only exist on groups, so that's why it adds in both. Now, I want to give these a more meaningful name, and in this example, it's not going to be that much more meaningful. I'm just going to call it custom, but here's how you do that. You would click where it says New Tab. Down at the bottom, you have a Rename button. You'd simply click Rename, and for sake of example, I'm going to call it Custom. I know, not that creative, but we're just doing this as an exercise, right? Then you have New Group, and again, we would rename that. We could call that whatever we'd want. In this case, I'm going to call it Custom. And so what we have is we have a new tab and a new group. We don't actually have any buttons on that group or on that tab. So what I'd do is I'd find commands over on the left-hand side here. So let's say I like the Format Painter. I'm going to add that. And you can see it's going to add it to the area I have highlighted here. So that's my custom group. And there's the button that gets added. And we can choose from popular commands, or we can choose from all commands. Commands on the File tab, All tabs, Main tabs. We can choose where we want to find these options. An interesting one, which is always worth a look, is commands not in the ribbon. And these can be where you're going to find those options that just cease to exist in these newer versions. So we think they actually are there, and we can add them to our own custom ribbon. So we can do that quite easily by selecting the button, clicking Add. And we can remove them just as easily by clicking the button and hitting Remove. So one last thing with this would be the placement of this new tab. So I have it's called Custom, and what you can do is you can click and drag to reorder the tab. So let's say I would like it in between the Home and Insert tabs. So I'm going to drag it there, drop it. I'm going to hit OK. As you can see, my Word interface now has this custom tab called Custom, and we have buttons on it in this group called Custom. So we can add as many buttons as we'd like on there. Obviously, you don't want to add too many because then it becomes a bit of a crowded ribbon, but you can basically put commands that you'd want to use all the time. It's a one-stop shop. So this is a great option to customize your interface in any of those Office programs that you're using.